Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again today. Special surprise. Not only am I going to go over what I previewed, which is the massive influx of Russian immigrants into the West Hollywood area, particularly east side of West Hollywood, which is anywhere from Fairfax over towards downtown. Fairfax kind of being the dividing line for lesser end, east end, where it's kind of like where I learned to be naughty. That's why I'm a little bit more rough and tumble in that area. But anyway, east side influx, massive residential and business. But what we're also going to do is a quick lip tutorial on particularly, I don't know, genderless, I suppose, which is actually is. Remember, we're always trying to approximate the 17 different colors in our skin, our lips, and what have you. So layering foundation on and putting a few or a couple blushes and stuff is just going to give you an editorial look. You want to make out with your significant other, but maintain a nice natural look in your lips that is not going to smear and that is going to look completely natural without any lip enhancement. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, this is the early to mid 80s. I was living right in sort of an area of liquid blush, a bit louder than you would normally use. It's okay. So I was on Orange Grove, which is like a sort of a higher end part of West Hollywood. And when I was about 14, more, less, what we're going to do is we're going to create the little heart lines and give it a little bit of color. Then we're going to go over it to give it a lip-lined look without lip liner or a brush. So in and around this time, there was a sudden influx of Russian immigrants into the West Hollywood area, and what is now West Hollywood. And these were not initially residential kind of takeover. I know that that's sort of like a not very nice word for it, but well, you know, they bought residences and started getting leases on apartments. I don't mean to offend, but this is my experience in and around West Hollywood. By the way, do not use lipstick. Do not use brushes. Your finger for staining your lips with a liquid foundation and pressing in is going to give you lip liner. Trust me. We're going to go over and create a liner. So with this, there was considerable pushback, if you can call it that, with the West Hollywood community. You know, space-wise and logistics, of course, became a little, you know, awkward because it was already a little overcrowded in that you know, part of West Hollywood. But the east end of West Hollywood, as I discussed, was significantly, although not comparative to today's standards, of course, but it was significantly less expensive. Again, just be careful not to glob little dots. That's all the color you need because it's a loud color. And so then once the residential kicked in of this sort of influx, right? Then there, you know, it was, like I said, it was a culture mix that was not really, it happened awful fast to a heavily identified area, shall we say, in the LGBT community. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it was completely a new phenomenon.